Hi everyone, I'm Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back. In today's video, I'm answering the question, is Physicians Formula cruelty-free? Physicians Formula is mostly well known for their makeup. They do also make some skincare products, but their butter, bronzer, and like the Healthy Foundation are the ones that most people are aware of. They're a very easily accessible drugstore brand, and that's why they have such a cult following behind them, is because they're a brand that you could go to any drugstore, whether it's like Walgreens, Target, Walmart, whatever it is, and you're gonna find a Physicians Formula display. They've also been around for a very, very long time. So a lot of people have just kind of like grown up seeing the brand around them. So rumors about them first selling in China started in October. And that was when a photo was posted on Instagram and it was shared from a Facebook group of product displays in stores in mainland China. Now, where this is an issue is that if you are a cosmetic company and you are selling in stores in mainland China, you're taking part in required by law animal testing, which means that you are agreeing for animal testing to happen on your products. And this could be pre-market animal testing. Post-market testing is also completely unavoidable for these brands as well. And that became a very, very big issue because Physicians Formula had been proudly cruelty-free for a long time, and they had a lot of products that they marketed as vegan, and people were really concerned about what was going on. I reached out to the brand immediately, and I started to track what was happening on their social media. Now, on Instagram in specific, almost every single day people were asking them about this, and what I noticed is that a lot of the comments were being removed. Now, it's unclear to me if they were being removed by the brand or by the person who asked the question, but I thought that was a little weird. I continued to reach out to them. I left comments on their Instagram, which disappeared. I sent them private DMs, trying to get to the bottom of it. They read them. I didn't get a response. And I also continued to send emails. Now, this seemed very suspicious behavior to me, so I removed them from the Logical Harmony cruelty-free brand list and placed them on the gray area list with an explanation of what was going on. I was hoping that they would still reach out. Maybe they were just busy, but as time went on, it became clear that that was not going to be the case. They were ignoring any of my outreach. I continued to try to get a hold of them to just try and figure out, was this a mistake? Were these photos, were they in Hong Kong? Were they somewhere different where animal testing is not required by law? It has now been confirmed by the brand that they are selling in stores in mainland China. So is Physicians Formula cruelty-free? No, they are not. They are on the Logical Harmony brands to avoid list, and I do not consider them a cruelty-free brand. I think this is such a shame because it is very avoidable for brands to do this. They can sell through methods like e-commerce, which allows them to ship directly to the consumer and animal testing is not required, but having those in-store products for sale makes animal testing required, and it's quite a shame that they did that. It's a shame that they've continued to ignore customers asking about it. I was even looking this morning on their Instagram page, and people were either not getting a response when they asked about the brand selling in China, or comments that I saw a couple days ago asking about selling in China had been removed. I continue to find their behavior not so great. It just makes me feel like I cannot trust the brand. I do also want to point out that they do have the same parent company as Wet n Wild. And if you're familiar with what happened with Wet n Wild earlier this year, you remember what a bumpy ride that was for the cruelty-free community and the beauty community as a whole. And it's very sad to see another brand owned by this company kind of follow in those same footsteps, and not just in regards to, no longer being cruelty-free and selling in stores in China, but in regards to how they handled it with their customers. I think it's really disappointing to see in this situation. You think they would have learned from the previous one and just been transparent from the start. And it's really frustrating because now it feels like I can't trust any of the brands owned by Mark Wins. Now, none of them, aside from Wet n Wild and Physicians Formula, have ever been Logical Harmony approved as cruelty-free, but I would be very hesitant to trust any of their brands going forward about their cruelty-free status based on this history of not being transparent and not being open with customers and just ignoring their outreach. I think that is very poor customer service. I think all brands should be able to be transparent with their customers. It's a huge part of why I do what I do. I want to make cruelty-free easy, but I also think brands need to be transparent, especially in this day and age. Now, I do have a full blog post. I'll link to it down below with tons of other details. So if you want more information, you're going to find it there. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you like, subscribe, share it with a friend. I'll see you next time.